Peace be with you and welcome to Spiritual Court. If you are new here, welcome. If you're returning back, welcome back. If you're returning back, guess what? I said something at some point and or another that has absolutely resonated with your energy. Hopefully on a high frequency, okay? Be that as it may, I'm really glad about that. That means I've said something that resonates with your story. And so come on in. That just makes me happy. I just needed to say that. Shout out to my beautiful members in the groups. I love you. Thank you for all your love, your support, and your participation. We're going to jump into this reading. Hopefully, everybody here in Spiritual Court, whether you are standing up, sitting down, laying down, falling asleep, maybe to a little tarot ASMR, doesn't matter. I hope you're coming in with your intuition, your best discernments, so that you will know if this story belongs to you, and if it does not, that's okay. You can still stick around for educational purposes, for spiritual reasons, for shits and giggles, or maybe all of the above. Come on in. Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael coming in to do the healing work. Please put a shield of protection over me as I channel this energy. You know, if there's anybody giving me the funky eye, the stanky leg, the evil eye, well, you know, hopefully they will see so much love and light that they gotta go figure their shit out. This ain't what you want, evil eye. So mote it be and it is. Let's just see what's going on, Holy Spirit. What's the juju? Contact me. So somebody wants you to call them. Somebody wants you to call them. Somebody wants you to reach out. Somebody wants you to get in contact with them, okay? This is somebody that might not be seeking to reach out to you first. That's peculiar, okay? It's like, listen, do you want to call me? Call me. Yeah, baneful energy. Yeah, somebody wants you to reach out. Call me if you need someone to talk to. Satisfaction, get run. Somebody wants you to call them. Okay. Then we got baneful energy. Well, those are two very extreme energies, y'all. You know, baneful is almost like detriment, torment. Okay. Yeah. Physical accidents and shit. Like somebody's. Okay. So I don't know if these two energies go together. We'll see. This could be different, several energies I'm picking up on. Okay. A plethora of energies, yeah, okay. Baneful energy, like somebody wanting to emotionally harm you. Okay, spiritually, physically, some type of pain being inflicted, and chaos energy. Oh no. All right, so this could be spell work, y'all. Let's just get to the nitty gritty of it. Listen, I know every reading is not always, you know, the wicked witch somewhere doing some type of spell work, but you just got people that, you know, they feel like life is not lifing for them, and so they go and they want to do bad stuff. Whatever it is, okay, it's being exposed. Yeah, look, didn't I just say giving you the evil eye? Look at this person. They're unhinged, honey. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of existence. Giving you the evil eye, okay? Envy and jealousy. It's a fallen spirit type energy, fallen angel type energy. Hateful, envious gaze. That means somebody is really like focused in on you, trying to hurt you with the evil eye, projecting negativity towards you. Yeah, okay, well, there could be chaos due to giving you the evil eye. Maybe somebody's in the chaotic, you know, energy right now. But something about your total and complete destruction. This is absolutely the Magician in the reverse, you know. Let's just see what's going on here. This came up in the reverse. Voodoo dolls. Oh, damn. So there is somebody out here really going above and beyond, y'all, okay? This could be them using dolls, handmade. It came up in the reverse, so something could have backfired on this person. Naturally so, because you're divinely protected from the projection. Okay. You're divinely protected from this nasty energy. Yeah, somebody wanted to bind themselves to you. My thing is this. Can we just have a real, like, conversation? Sidebar energy. You know, you got somebody wishing you hurt yourself. They want you to contact them. If you don't, they're saying love me or die. That's extreme. And then they want to bind themselves to you, okay? Giving you the evil eye, wishing negativity on you. So if they're bound to you energetically, at least as it relates to their nasty energy, aren't they getting this nasty energy back? They're bound to the evil eye that they're giving you, right? Does that make sense? It's almost like, they're being used as a shield to protect you from their evil eye, and they're the only ones feeling the energy. I can't make this up. Somebody is like, this person is very envious of your power. It's almost like somebody wanting you to be debilitated to the capacity that you can't defend yourself. Yeah. You're somewhere else. I'm going to be honest. Whatever this is, voodoo came up in the reverse. So somebody could have been actually using some type of nasty energetic work. Child, this could be Bible scriptures and graveyard dirt. I'm just going to keep it real. You got the star. You got the star and you got the Two of Wands. This represents you moving forward. You could be in the public eye with the star energy. Okay. You could have some type of, social media presence, or you just got star quality, something's really good for you. Something's destined to happen for you. And this really is adding to this person's energy. Or that's at least, that's what they like to blame all this nasty energy on. Yeah. Because you're too protected. Okay. Ace of Wands is like divine intervention, direct connection to source, insight, prayers. You see, you're a dreamer. You see, walking in the truth. So the truth always finds you. And they're really mad because you left them out in the cold. So this is somebody that is suffering from abandonment because you sacrificed a relationship that was pretty evil, pretty dark in nature. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, you're going to stick around so I can be a complete and total jackass by way of a dark ass witch and warlock? No, ma'am, sir. It's a no. Give me current energy on this person. What's the deal? The Sun. Enlightenment. Okay. So the Sun is radiant energy. This person may have wanted to take your life. Give me current energy on this person. Yeah. You got the Empress in the reverse. Empress in the reverse is fragmented, femme fatale. This is somebody that doesn't have a certain high vibrational je ne sais quoi of their own, if you will. This person wanted to deprive you of your light, suck your light. It's very vampiristic. Somebody thought they had some type of authority over you. Why am I feeling this, Holy Spirit? What is this? What is this energy? The Empress in the reverse. So they wanted to hurt you after you didn't contact them? Yeah, look, you're coming up as the Hierophant. Hierophant is like ascended master energy. Somebody that is very insightful when it comes to spirituality. You're a great reader of people. You have great divine insight. You listen to your intuitive nudges, your discerning signs and symbols. You're paying attention. You could be seeing 222 and 911 to warn you of this person. Empress in the reverse is somebody jealous, insecure, ungrounded. They don't take really good care of themselves, not for the reasons that people would think. Empress in the reverse is somebody that does a lot to try to get people's attention, and sometimes they go too far. Yeah. It's the kind of person that looks good on the outside, but behind it all, they really want to destroy somebody. It's like, again, it's giving that, that previous reading that I just did not that long ago. Okay, my way or the highway. And so you chose the highway. Clarify. I mean, like, this ain't really that hard. Yeah, 7 of Wands. You got the Orisha. 7 of Wands. 7 represents completion of the mind. Smart, intelligent, intuitive. This also represents your divine ancestors. You're standing your ground and you're very protected. So somebody's evil eyeing the fact that you're so protected. Somebody's evil eyeing the fact that their chaos magic energy, projections, whatever this is, baneful magic, wanting you to get hurt, binding juju, and voodoo energy is not working on you. So this is really why they're angry. Now with the voodoo dolls in the reverse, this shit could have backfired. Clarify this person. Show us this person. This could have backfired. Yeah, this could have backfired. Clarify the voodoo dolls. Show us the person that was doing the voodoo. They were trying to bind you. So if you're doing something real evil, okay, just for shits and giggles, you're doing your magic, okay? You feel like this is going to work. I'm going to hex you, curse you, Okay, because I got the right. Even if you don't, somebody was willing to do that and put themselves all out there in a very low vibrational, diabolical way. Okay, so let's just say they're doing all this to you and then they bind themselves to the magic that they've sent to you. Does that make sense? I feel like people that do this level of magic honestly need to go through some type of psychological test or IQ test. They got to. Because this is like, what? You basically bound yourself to death, baneful magic. Because remember, you're trying to bind yourself to the divine one. Remember, you're jealous, you're hateful, you're envious. You're trying to bind yourself to the chosen one, and you bound yourself to the chaos magic that you sent, because that's what you sent. It's your energy. So you tried to bind. You did all of that. Now, did the baneful magic come before the binding juju energy, or was that before or after the evil eye and chaos? Because the shit has to be in order. It ain't making sense. How you gonna bind yourself to somebody and you trying to unalive them? Doesn't that mean that you're gonna feel all the energy? Does that make sense? So somebody became a shield for you. You're here with the Three of Cups and the Six of Wands. Somebody just wants to win. Somebody really does genuinely hate how protected you are. Clarify the Eight of Swords. Show me this person. Yeah, Three of Swords in a reverse. Big air sign energy, okay? Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Primarily, this is Libran energy. It represents Mayat energy, the weighing of the scales. Is your heart as light as a feather? Do you like yourself? Do you love yourself? Yeah, do you like and love yourself? Okay? Somebody was doing magic from a toxic heart space, a blocked heart space with an inability to heal properly. Okay? This was the space that somebody was doing this magic in, under that type of dark energy. And then they bound themselves to it. I can't make it up. That's like doing a love spell and then a death spell. Then you just bind yourself to, okay. But you got contact me energy. So maybe somebody did this after they realized you wasn't coming back. Clarify the contact me energy. After they realized you weren't coming back. Yeah, you didn't take the break run. Page energy, you saw this as somebody that, you know, maybe you just no longer wanted to accept their offer, take their offer. Page of Pentacles represents just a bare minimum here. It's a breadcrumb, it's a crouton, it's a cookie, it's a cracker, it's some bullshit, basically. Hey, how you doing? And I feel like you read through the bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, it's giving bitch don't kill my vibe. Type energy. I can feel your energy from two planets. Yeah, you saw this person coming a mile away. You like, nah, I'm good. Okay. So now after you didn't call them, okay, this person became very inconsiderate. Page of Cups in the reverse is like manipulation. Somebody wanted to manipulate your view of them. Page of Cups is like visions, insight, foresight. Somebody wanted to block your intuition so that you wouldn't see that they really are the Empress in the reverse. Very fragmented femme fatale energy, okay? This person is not what they look like, okay? That's what I heard. Yeah, definitely don't judge this book by its cover. All that glitters is not gold, I just heard. Clarify, todo lo que brilla no es de oro. Yeah. Clarify, todo lo que brilla no es de oro. Listen. This is what it is. Eight of Cups, you walked away. The Hangman. It left this person stuck on stupid. It drove this person to do dark magic, and now they're bound to it because you're not. You're in the Hierophant energy. So whoever this person thought they were binding themselves to, okay, it wasn't you. Or it was an old version of you. Clarify, it wasn't you. You ascended. You changed. You've grown. Somebody doesn't even know your real energy. They don't know who you are. They don't know your energy in order to do anything, to attach anything to you. Yeah, look. This person wanted complete and total ruin, chaos, because you didn't want to be with them. With the Page of Cups in the reverse, this is also like a sad ass, you know, one of those Robin Peter, pay Paul ass apologies. Lend me, loan me, let me have your emotions as energy. And I feel like this person became enraged to the point of self-destruction. They could not have been thinking clearly when they bound themselves to all this baneful, nasty death energy, evil eye energy, total ruin ass energy, voodoo energy. They could not have been thinking clearly because they would have known that they bound themselves to some shit that now they can't get out. Yeah. Yeah, Spirit says, what was this person's intentions? Yeah. Was there ever a remedy to this? Did they ever anticipate that this wouldn't hit you? No. But with the Five of Swords, look, you're picking and choosing your battles. You don't even see this person as battle worthy. Like, bitch, I'm not about to fight you. What are you doing? Bye. You saw through something. Page of Cups in the reverse. You saw this person's inability to tell the truth. Somebody's a manipulator. They want to skew your view of them, how you see them. This is this person's goal. And when they were unsuccessful in that, and you saw right through them, because you're in this inner standing. See, when you walk in the truth, you're talking to your divine angels, guardian angels, ancestors. You're getting insight. You're getting beautiful discerning nudges. It was easy to see through this. Now, if you weren't able to see it before, I feel like you got to a point where you were able to see it, and this is what really pissed this person off. This person needed you to go back to sleep, to fall back under these illusions of who they were trying to tell you that they were, or trying to get you to see that they were. Five of Wands is like arguments, chaos, competition. All this shit backfired. You got 5-5, child. Five of Wands and a Five of Swords. This is a sneaky, deceptive, miserly, sneaky, snake-ass, funky dog-ass energy, goat mouth-ass, always want to argue. Always created some type of chaos, and then they bound themselves. Okay, that was brilliant, honestly. Does that make sense? Well, not to us, but when you see something from a higher perspective, yeah, look, you knew that karma was going to balance everything out. Justice. Maya energy. Listen. When you see stuff from a higher perspective, you already know that the storm is coming. You already see that this is going to backfire. You already know what it is. Yeah, this is not making any sense. So if you weren't able to see that before, again, when you woke up, you did not go back to sleep under the whatever this was, this illusion of this person, very controlling energy. So whatever they attached themselves to was an illusion of you, a ghost of you, some type of, yeah, look, you just sitting up in there stabbing that damn dog, girl. You know you crazy. I know you lied. You got the Ten of Swords. Ultimate betrayal. This person could have taken items, underwear, socks, shoes, something like that. You know, once you become aware that somebody's doing magic on you, it really don't work. I'm going to be honest. You might have to transmute some energy. But yeah, once you ascend past it and master yourself, you know, there's nothing that you're lacking by way of your own decent character, meaning you got you, so that's all you need in order to get through type energy. Whatever this person had attempted to do to make you codependent, toxic tendencies, this shit just was never going to work. You got the Three of Pentacles. Who are they talking to? Three of Pentacles is about conversations. What's the Three of Pentacles, Holy Spirit? Child by. Whose raggedy ass person was this? I see somebody in the comments like, that was my raggedy ass person. Who the hell? What the helly? Five of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and the Tower. Who are they talking to? This could be the management company. This could be the apartment building manager about the rent. Something like that. Or maybe somebody's trying to negotiate something with the Five of Pentacles. They are in poverty. This person wanted complete and total ruin for your life. And now they're losing everything. Somebody was willing to bet it all, and all they ended up with was a bad gamble. A bad deal. A tower, if you will. This, you know, Hierophant energy, you knew this was inevitable. Yeah. You just watched them sink their own battleship. This is nasty, displaced, unwarranted ass energy that somebody never had the right right? It's the audacity that's always going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, you got the audacity? Okay, clarify what's going on, Holy Spirit. What is going on? So your wishes are being fulfilled, okay? You're celebrating. Six of Wands is about victory. Six of Wands is Leo energy, the sun, radiant energy, peace, joy, solitude, you know, yeah, tranquilo, nice energy, relaje energy, you know, despacito energy, very easygoing, very going with the flow. It's beautiful. You're happy. You're peaceful. You're standing your ground. You're setting healthy boundaries. I see you collaborating with good people. This could be new friends, okay? With the Seven of Wands and the Three of Cups. Confidence is what I just heard. So while somebody is bound to something, again, this is somebody that want to complete and total ruin for you. Spirit just said when they were digging a grave, they were really digging their own grave. And that really was the gag. Even though they could be gagging, they could be, I mean, really like messed up. Yeah, that shit hurts when it backfires. Voodoo and hoodoo and crew do and do and he do and she do and they do and all that BS you doing with the Ten of Swords, child. You was back there in the back room playing with dolls and candles, girl. This could have been a really good opportunity for somebody to have loved on themselves. But with the Empress in the reverse, somebody's just they just find every reason why they don't want to heal. The Three of Swords is in the reverse. They give themselves reasons for why they don't want to heal, why they attack people, why they're angry, why they're jealous. Big fallen angel blaspheming the Most High God as energy. Justice is here though. Spiritual court is now in session. So you got higher energies, right? You know, there's more than one God. And then you got the creator of all things chiming in. This is divine intervention too. This is why that spiritual law, y'all, it's so vital. I don't know why people think they could just go out and do stuff in the spirit realm. You know, as above, so below. You know, it's done in the spirit first and then it manifests in the physical. Hence the saying, when the prayers go up, yeah, the blessings come down. So whatever you do in the spirit first, you know, absolutely it's going to manifest at some point in the physical, right? So this spiritual law is real. Yeah, look, divine intervention. And because you're in alignment with this really beautiful energy, I feel like you have the kind of destiny that's just protected. You prayed up, you slayed up, you stayed up, you keeping your energy high, you're positive. Yeah, you're not making excuses for why you can't adhere to spiritual law. And so now the universe is definitely moving in your favor. Rigged in your favor. This is what happens when you do the right thing. So somebody was over here playing with the devil, made a deal with the devil, you made a deal with the devil. And now you mad because somebody's out here loving on themselves. Nine of Cups to the King of Cups. This is divine masculine energy. King of Cups is like self-love, self-care, taking care of yourself, making yourself happy. Self-care is not always aesthetics, you know. Yeah, it's bigger than just, you know, going to get a haircut or a manicure or manscaping. It's the internal man. It's loving yourself, healing yourself, catering to the inner masculine child. Yeah. Nine of Cups. This is like real joy. And that in itself can't be penetrated. Not by some low vibrational demonic ass shit like this. Like, what is that? Somebody wasted their time. A whole bunch of time, in fact. Clarify the Three of Swords and the Eight of Swords. And the Nine of Swords. Yeah, I can make it up. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Here they go. A lot of swords, y'all. A lot of damn swords. Queen of Swords. This represents air energy, air sign energy, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Now, in the upright, the Queen of Swords is somebody who's very intelligent. You know, they're wise, they're unbiased, they make a head over heart decision. Sometimes they get a bad rap because people think they're cold, but really they're very intuitive. They're wise. You know, they know how to emotionally detach from situations that they just don't need to, you know, be manipulated by. But in the reverse, oh my God, this is a bitch on wheels, off with her head. She's prejudiced. She's angry. She is, you know, trying to force the scales to tip in her favor. Libran energy. all out of balance. Aquarius in the reverse, lack of healing. Karmic energy, Gemini in the reverse, somebody who's communicating something very nasty to the universe. So the fact that whatever this person said, life and death is in the power of the tongue, it didn't resonate with your life. They're up the creek without a paddle. Somebody's stuck on the toilet without some baby wipes. I don't know. Whatever it is, honey, it's over. All I can say is, from front to back, baby, not from back to front. It's a nasty little parasitical person, okay? Their energy is very, very mean. I don't like it, okay? A lot of swords energy. That means conversation, inner mental conflict, racing thoughts, anxiety, sleepless nights. This voodoo has driven this person crazy. I feel like because they were absolutely, totally engulfed in being obsessed with getting something done, with making you miss an opportunity or be in poverty or sending you some type of chaos, baneful magic. This could be accidents, you know, somebody wanted you to really hurt yourself. And again, this is after you didn't contact them. Very extreme circumstances. Yeah. After you decided to stand in your power, look, Two of Pentacles, you know, Two of Pentacles is like weighing your options, taking your time, right brain, left brain, you know, making good decisions. Yeah, look, you standing in your power. This is really what put this person in a very unfortunate situation, or they put themselves there, honestly. But this is what they're telling themselves: because you didn't call me, I was forced to do this to you. No, bitch, you did it because you're diabolical. Let's just say what it is, okay? That's one thing we need to do. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a Billy, right? Yeah, look. It's when you decided to stand in your power. Yeah, so if me loving myself is wrong, then I don't want to be right. You know what I'm saying? Four of Pentacles, you are keeping your peace, honey. You are not communicating with this person energetically, mentally. I don't think this person's on your mind. You got the Queen of Pentacles energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, very grounded. Clarify Queen of Pentacles energy. Yeah, I can't make this up. This person is a dark-ass, nasty-ass, weird-ass witch, abusing her low power. She dug into her, you know, biggest diabolical spiritual arsenal. I'll teach you. You can't leave me, blah, blah, blah. All this crazy, you know, mental chatter, if you will. With the High Priestess in the reverse and the Queen of Swords in the reverse, this is a horrible place to be. Somebody is up the creek, honey. When I tell you they're bound to something so dark, this is like, look at this energy. High Priestess in the reverse, intuition block. This person could have lost their spiritual gifts for violating spiritual law. Yeah, for abusing your spiritual power. There are laws put in place, honey, that have to be respected when it comes to spirit and the 3D. You have gods that govern the affairs of men, women, and children. The forces of nature, let's be clear. So whatever somebody did, and why did I say the forces of nature? For those of you that are new, listen. Or just need confirmation, clarification. When you're doing voodoo, hoodoo, santeria, lukimi, palo mayombe, whatever you're doing, you got to use the earth, you got to use the wind, you got to use fire, you got to use water. So now you have violated nature against somebody who's in the Hierophant energy, which is earth angel energy, meaning they have a calling, they have a purpose. The natural world needs them, and in their spiritual contract, by way of their divine right, they need to accomplish their goal while here in the earth. You can't come up against what the Most High got for somebody. You violated Gaia. You use herbs. You violated the earth. You should have left them herbs in the pantry. You should have left them herbs in the pantry. I'm just saying. I feel like you know that. For the Five of Cups, you sad, depressed. But what are you really depressed and sad about? Because you missed an opportunity to torment somebody, to hurt somebody that no longer resonates with your energy. This is really what you're sad about. When you say it out loud, it sounds different. So you're sad because your baneful magic didn't work. Somebody didn't have an accident, a car accident, like all that. You didn't know they were protected, north, south, east, and west, while they're in their north node. Meaning they're not doing anything to you. They're just being obedient to their higher self. And you thought it not robbery to run around going to and fro, collecting resources, items, herbs, dolls, pins, straws, rocks, whatever, to kill, steal, and destroy. Clarify? I can't make it up. You got the 4 wands. 4 wands is Aries energy, Ram energy. That represents fire. Fire represents war. Could be any sign. Leo, Sagittarius, the archer, always aiming to please. I just heard precise accuracy. When you got a high vibrational person who has to go to war by way of spiritual war and battle, you don't want to comfort them. They have supernatural energies protecting them. Why? Because they're in alignment. Touch not my anointed. Don't touch my prophets. Don't mess with them. And somebody went against spiritual law. So now they got hell to pay. Because in this, they could have conjured up some nasty ass deities. Yeah, look. The law is being implemented here. The proper, correct spiritual law is being implemented. Which says, hey, ma'am, hey, we saw you with the shit jars and the voodoo dolls and the bones and the skulls in the back of the room with the black and red candles and that portal and them symbols that you use. Listen, hey, spiritual court, spiritual police is saying you violated spiritual law, ma'am. This was not authorized. Why is this important? Because you have spiritual contracts that you have to adhere to. What this person did, in all reality, they cursed their lineage. Trying to stop somebody who broke the curses off of their lineage. Envy, that's a curse. That's a fallen angel. That's a spirit. Jealousy, that's a spirit. Addictions, those are spirits. This person was, engulfed in curses, trying to curse somebody else and doing it from a broken heart space. So the spirit realm is saying, hey, listen, you violated the law. Translation, we taking your punk ass to spiritual court and we gonna put you in spiritual jail. They might even let this person skip spiritual court and just cart this person right on off to jail, honey. Bye. Look at you. Look at you. Sitting in spiritual hell. Down there with the demons. They asking you, what you in here for? Well, you know. Your little sigil, it backfired. Okay, girl. Well, you know. I just heard this person is a sucker for sadness. Ew. A sucker for sadness? Addicted to low vibrational energies? That's a nasty way to validate your existence while here on the planet. You tried to sacrifice the high priestess Hierophant energy. Child, you better be surprised you didn't get struck by lightning. You really need to be glad. I mean, it's still possible. It's still a chance. Because it looks like this shit is backfiring. It's still a chance. Look, that you can get struck by lightning. All that nasty energy you sent out. So if you are supposed to go through a karmic cycle, and that's what the universe and the ancestors feel is your karma, so shall it be. Whoever this wicked witch is, she should really be glad that she gets a slap on the wrist, right? Let's just check. Let's see what the aliens got to say. You know, sometimes you got to tap into those higher dimensions. That's what's up, right? We got the 9 of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Her wishes. Somebody's wish, a sucker for sadness. Somebody's wish was to see you go through trauma. This really would have made them happy. And that's something. Okay? If you were sitting up by yourself and you destroying somebody who's not done anything to you, first violation of spiritual law, and them being tormented and annihilated gives you some form of satisfaction, your dark night of the soul is gonna be hell, honey. Justice. I can't make this up. I could make it up, but why? Based on true events for entertainment purposes. For psychological reasons. I can't make it up. Yeah, look. This is ridiculous. You got the Three of Wands in the reverse. This could have been some type of hexing or something like that. You know what's so brilliant? Is the fact that they bound themselves to their own energy. Impulsively, not even thinking, common sense wise. You tried to bind yourself to this person through a contact me, love me or die as energy spell. And then you turned around and sent them chaos and death and the evil eye. You just bound yourself. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. The moon, okay? Clarify the moon. The moon represents hidden motives, y'all. Okay, there could have been some full moon magic. Yeah, high priestess in the reverse, child by. This is supposed to be some type of, destiny block, destiny hex. If I can't have you, nobody can type ass energy, Two of Wands. You kept it pushing. Your destiny is organic. You're getting justice, good karma. This is what happens when you do the right thing, when nobody is watching. You got the Knight of Pentacles. This person is trying to come back. Ooh, it's the audacity, y'all. They trying to come back after doing all this magic on you? Really? They are twisted. They are. I mean, that's bold, don't you think? That's pretty bold. Clarify the Two of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. That's bold as shit. Seven of Cups. Child, nobody falling for this damn illusion. You must be drunk. Drunk with envy. I just heard a glutton for hatred. Child. Ooh, you need to stay far away. Rebuke that. Clarify what's going on. Yeah, you got the Ace of Pentacles. Divine intervention is here. So Ace of Pentacles is like spiritual gifts. This could also represent a new beginning, new opportunities, new business, foundation, new creative endeavors, new relationships. Yeah, this person does not go well with your new spiritual Ace of Pentacles. It's not an accessory to your spiritual outfit. I can't make this up. Queen of Swords in the upright. You're coming up rightfully so, as the way the Queen of Swords should come up is somebody that's setting a boundary. The art of war, I just heard. Yeah, you fought this war by way of going within, and there really wasn't a war. Yeah, you got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. It's like a bad investment. Moon magic, the moon. Pentacles is earth. Somebody got a bad investment. Somebody was playing in the graveyard. Clarify. What happened in the graveyard, girl? Temperance. They call down death angels. Temperance represents Sagittarius energy with the Five of Cups. Scorpionic energy. Somebody called down death angels on you. I can't make this up. Five of Cups is like death, grieving. Scorpionic energy. Temperance is Sagittarius energy. It also represents Archangel Michael. War angels. Somebody sent death and war. Chaos and endings to you. Damn. Wow. It's literally somebody was saying, love me or die. Damn. Eight of Pentacles. Somebody was working hard. Eight of Pentacles is toil and labor. Somebody was doing this energetic work, focused on it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now they got to eat crow. That's what I just heard. Clarify. Damn. Three of Pentacles. They could have had some type of help, some type of collaboration. I don't know who would be collaborating with this person, binding themselves to this bad karma. Clarify, who was working with this fool? Five of Wands, child. I don't know. Five of Wands is conflict. Angry. So they could be fighting. This could be a practitioner. You got a King of Pentacles here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Okay. Somebody could have been collaborating with somebody that was helping them out, possibly. So this could be a witch and a warlock. Somebody was assisting them. Clarify this person, but they're fighting now. 5 of Cups and the 5 of Wands is conflict, arguing, because the spell work backfired. If chaos magic backfires, then what else do you think is going to happen? You got Hermit energy, big Virgo energy. Clarify, Hermit. Yeah, you set these people down. Child, these people are hiding from death. Grim Reaper, didn't I just say the death angels? 5 of Cups, Scorpio, Temperance, angels, war angels, death angels. So somebody got the Grim Reaper on that ass and they hiding out with the Hermit. Hermit is like, you know, isolation, hiding out, sneaking around after you done something diabolical. So they running from their own energy. Nice. Where else is it going to go? I mean, if not back to the person that sent it out, where else is this energy going to go? Yeah, 8 of Swords, spiritual jail. That's where the hell it's going to go. Look at the swords, mental. Where else is this going to go? Death. Somebody bound themselves to death. What a dummy. When all you had to do was walk away or go fix your life or get Iyanla to fix your life. I don't know. 8 of Swords, they bound themselves. Look, I can't make it up. You got the Emperor energy. Aries energy. This could have been over a man. This could have been over a man. Love me or die. Yeah. Clarify this Emperor. This Emperor walked away. This is a fragmented feminine. Okay, so on the previous spread, the Empress was in the reverse. That's right. 4 of Cups. Missed opportunity. Clarify the 4 of Cups and the Emperor. Knight of Swords in the reverse and the 9 of Cups. Yeah. And the 3 of Cups. Child. Whose raggedy ass fragmented femme fatale is this? 3 of Cups in the reverse is like third party situation, recklessly out here, promiscuous, weird energy. 3 of Cups in the reverse is somebody overindulging on bad activities. Knight of Swords in the reverse, and they're reckless and nasty. They got a nasty ass mouth. This is like gossip, cursing, nasty. 9 of Cups in the reverse. So it's like somebody was serious. Somebody really wanted you unalived. If you weren't going to come back to them, especially after they did the come to me spell and the come back to me, then somebody was like, okay, you're not coming back. Okay, you're going to die. And they were very serious about it. And again, for them, this was their best spiritual arsenal. And it backfired. Clarify the 3 of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Oh, this person is crazy. This person could have been sleeping with people for money. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, child. And the 3 of Cups in the reverse. It's like somebody got mad at an emperor for cutting them off, leaving them behind, because they're a whole Jezebel out here. You a Jezebelian? That's what you out here doing? 3 of Cups in the reverse. That's like third party situation. Ménage à trois. Something like that, my friend. I don't know. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Like, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody that'll do anything for money. They're very materialistic. For the love of money type ass energy. They got to make that money. Yeah. And then they got the nerve to go off because they got caught. So whoever this emperor is, you could have considered this person to be your person. 4 of Cups. You saw this as a missed opportunity, but you healed and you listened to your intuition and you moved around. You moved forward nonetheless. And somebody is angry because you caught them in something that you never signed up for. I always like to state the case. Newcomers, listen, if you're just now coming into the chat, that is great. Listen. Sometimes newcomers, I come off like I am, you know, the deliberator, the prosecutor, and the defendant. Okay? Truth be told, I am. And that's just what it is. So if you're just now coming into the chat, please be kind and rewind if you want to. 4422. You're a little late. That's okay. Better late than never. Because the way we got here was quite interesting, to say the least. Or if you feel intuitively you need to just pick up from where we are, then listen, we all have free will. But just so you know, if you're new here, spiritual court is an arena. It's a place where we call down righteous judgment and justice to be served on situations where the shit's taking too long. It's like our way of saying, hey, karma, did you catch that? And karma's like, it's your side, it's their side. And I'm going to come in and tell you what actually happened. Page of Wands in the reverse, it's all bad. Page of Wands in the reverse is like information, but it's in the reverse. Somebody's getting bad correspondence or bad news. Yeah, this shit backfired. This is like a hexing spell. Look, I can't make this up. You got the devil. Somebody made a deal with the devil. This is what happens when you make deals with the devil, man. Or these demons or whatever the hell this is, okay? Yeah, somebody could have gone to the graveyard with these death angel energies, whatever this is they conjured up. They're bound to it. So whenever you make these deals with the devil and the devil comes to collect, here in spiritual court, we feel that it's only right by way of justice and divine intervention is to surrender you over to this contract. The devil needs to be paid, honey. Okay? Somebody went into a contract very well knowing what the consequences were, what the repercussions could be, and still they decided to do this. It doesn't make any sense. Six of Swords, okay? Whoever you are, Emperor, you have healed. Seven of Wands is you standing your ground by way of integrity. Seven of Wands also represents divine intervention by way of your ascended ancestors, man. You know, it's good business. It's good spiritual hygiene, you know. I like it. I support the energy. So if this resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. If it did not, give it a thumbs down. All the haters, be silenced. I love saying that. I don't even know if I have any haters out here. I feel like somebody came over here the other day trying to hate on me. And I'm like, honey, my love, this is not what you want. I had to sit back. I was in such a high vibration, y'all. I had just come up out of my Reiki yoga class. Oh, it's the best thing, y'all. It's the best thing. Listen, take care of your physical body. Everything else will fall into place. That is my attitude. And I was really relaxed that when they said something offensive in the comments, I sat back and I said, are they hating on me? I was so calm. I was so relaxed, so unbothered, so disconnected, so far from it. I just was not anywhere in the vicinity of hate and anger. And I'm like, what? And I read what the person said and I just said, oh, okay. That's a personal problem. Okay, I thought that had something to do with me. Okay, yeah. That's just not my problem. Shout out to the people that bought the espresso coffee, okay? Enjoy by the case. I'm going to tag Starbucks and I'm also going to tag the other one with Amazon. Feel free to check my store. All my favorite things are there. These videos are now going to be translated in different countries by way of different languages. So be sure to put on your captions. Be sure to click your notifications button in case they try to shadow ban me, of which I don't really give a damn. But I just feel like it's a good reminder. So hopefully you receive that message as such. I love y'all, okay? I do. Drop a heart down below for self-love. Show some love in the chat. Drop some hearts. And I will absolutely see you in the next video, okay? Until then, peace be with you.